Hey, aloha and good morning. This is Pastor Iz at Amazing Grace Ministries International, and I am here in Washington, Maine with our daughter, Michelle. And for those of you that have been tuning in, you found out last week she got engaged. So, woohoo! And mom and dad are very excited for our daughter. So, anyway, today we're going to get to the end of Colossians chapter 1, and we're going to see Paul describe a mystery that has been hidden from past generations. He says this is a mystery that is hidden from all the past ages before, that there's something that was revealed when Jesus came that like is just mind-blowing. If you're in the Jewish faith and you grew up, learning about the coming Messiah and the promise of the coming Messiah, you might know that there's a promise of a suffering Messiah in the Old Testament scriptures, or what the Jews called the scriptures. We call it the Old Testament, but they have in their scriptures written about a suffering Messiah and a conquering Messiah, one that will come and establish his kingdom on earth and get rid of all the unrighteous rulers that are doing evil, and set up peace on earth with his rule. And so there's Jews today that go, well, we want the conquering Messiah, but we don't care about the suffering Messiah. And even some of them recognize that Jesus did come and fulfill those suffering Messiah, scriptures and prophecies that were made, but they don't believe that he's the one that will fulfill the conquering Messiah, because he didn't conquer when he came. We know as Christians that Jesus is coming twice. And so the first time as the one to die for the sins of the world, the second time to put his kingdom on earth as it is in heaven. Remember, we were taught by Jesus to pray that in Matthew chapter 6, when we pray the prayer, Our Father which art in heaven, high and lifted up, hallowed be thy name, and thy kingdom what? Come, thy will be done, where? On earth as it is in heaven. So we actually pray that as a collective church, quite often, that God would send his kingdom to be established on this earth. Now that's going to be the fulfillment of all those other prophecies that talk about the Messiah coming and establishing God's kingdom on earth. And so there are Jews that believe in these things, some not understanding that Jesus is actually going to fulfill both of those roles. He's going to come the first time. They don't think of him as coming twice. That's the reason that they struggle with the prophecies that talk about the suffering one and the conquering one. They're like, I choose the conquering one. Let's go with that one. That's the one I want. He's going to get, deliver us from all the oppression and all the evil down here. And so they choose to go for that guy. And they don't understand it's the same guy that came to suffer the first time. He's coming again to conquer and to set up God's kingdom on earth. So Paul, with that understanding, now remember, Paul's raised he's a Pharisee of Pharisees. He's a really well-learned scribe and tutor under Gamaliel in the law. And so to him, he understands this mind. That there is a mystery hidden from generations that the Jews, they didn't get it until Jesus came and turned the light on and revealed that mystery. And I'm going to talk to you today about that mystery that he talks about. And I'm not going to tell you what it is right now. I'll be back in just, just a little over 15 minutes from now with that study. And we conclude Colossians chapter 1. If you want to cheat, you can read ahead to the end of Colossians 1. You'll see what that mystery is. But if you want, come back, join us. And if you don't mind sharing this to somebody who might need a little encouragement in their faith this week, I look forward to sharing it with you. And we'll be back real soon, okay? So